The morning started like any other until I saw that bright orange county notice taped right to my garage door. Illegal structure. Subject to inspection and removal. For a second, I thought it had to be some kind of prank. I've lived here 22 years. Built that garage myself, nail by nail, following every permit and code to the letter. But it wasn't just a garage to me. It was the heart of my home. It's where my dad's old wrench still hangs on the wall, where my son learned to fix his first truck, and where the smell of oil and black coffee mix every Saturday morning, same as it did when Dad was still around. Then I saw another paper stapled right behind the notice. An HOA letter. My stomach sank. Turns out, Karen, our HOA president, had reported my garage as an illegal storage facility. Oh? I've dealt with Karen before. She's the type who measures your grass with a ruler and sends warnings about unapproved mailbox finishes. But this was personal. She'd gone straight to the county, accusing me of running a commercial repair shop. From my home, that hit me right in the gut. Because that garage isn't about money. It's about family. Every tool in there tells a story, my granddad's level from when he built our first barn. My dad's old soldering iron from his army days. Even that worn-out stool in the corner, the one with the coffee ring and cigarette burn, that's where I sat the day I taught my son how to change oil for the first time. So yeah, I took it personal. About a week later, a county inspector showed up. Good guy, mid-40s, clipboard in hand. Looked tired but decent. He said, "Sir, I'm just here following up on an HOA complaint, unauthorized storage and possible business activity." Handed him everything: permits, blueprints, even the receipts from when I upgraded the wiring years ago. He took a few photos, checked the measurements, then looked up and said, "Honestly, this looks perfectly legal. You've got nothing to worry about." But right before he left, he paused and lowered his voice. "Off the record, your HOA president called this in herself. She's been, persistent," smiled politely. But inside, I was burning. That woman wasn't just enforcing rules. She was gunning for me. A few days later, the HOA meeting rolled around. I showed up early, coffee in hand, calm as a rock. When my turn came, I leaned into the mic and asked, "Karen, you called the county on me without checking a single fact. Why?" She smiled that tight fake smile and said, "The HOA has the right to report any suspicious activity that might affect neighborhood value." Suspicious activity? Fixing my son's old Ford in my own garage? I looked around. The neighbors were whispering now, so I leaned forward again and said quietly, "If you're so worried about neighborhood value, maybe you should take a look at that vacation rental ad, the one featuring our HOA clubhouse." Her face went white.c. A few weeks before all this, I'd noticed something strange. Out-of-town plates parked by the lake, strangers grilling, swimming, laughing like they were on vacation. One of the landscapers mentioned something about Airbnb guests at the clubhouse. I didn't believe it until one night curiosity got the best of me. I opened Airbnb, searched our zip code, and there it was. Lakeside community retreat, private pool, clubhouse access. Sleeps 8. The pictures showed our clubhouse. Right down to the mural my wife painted 10 years ago for the summer fair. The host's name? Kay Spencer, that's Karen's full name, Karen Spencer, back at that meeting. She tried to talk over me. That's ridiculous. I have no idea what you're talking about. But Greg, one of the quieter board members, an accountant, pulled out his phone. He looked something up, then turned the screen toward her. "Karen, is this your listing?" The room went silent. You could have heard the ceiling fan hum. Her voice cracked. "It's temporary. I'm just helping a friend manage rentals." But we all knew the truth. The HOA charter forbids any commercial use of shared property. She was caught. Within a week, the county was back, not for me this time, but for her. Turns out, Kieran had been renting the clubhouse on weekends for nearly a year, pocketing thousands in side income. She'd used our HOA tax funds to maintain it. The same woman who called my family's garage illegal had been running a full-blown business right under everyone's nose. The county cleared me completely, no violations found. But Karen. They cited her for unauthorized commercial activity and misuse of HOA property. The board suspended her on the spot. For weeks, the whole neighborhood buzzed. Turns out I wasn't the only one she'd wronged. One elderly widow got fined $200 for leaving her trash cans out overnight. Another guy got cited for having a non-neutral paint color. His door was navy blue dot. Karen had built her little kingdom on fear. But the moment truth came out, her power vanished. The county shut down her Airbnb, froze her account. And the HOA was forced to refund over $12,000 in bogus maintenance fees she'd pocketed for the first time in years. People stopped whispering and started talking. A month later, I was sitting on my porch again. Same coffee, same peace. But a little more respect from the folks walking their dogs that morning. Greg stopped by, dropped off a folder and said, "We're nominating you for the board. People trust you." I laughed, told him I never wanted to be part of HOA politics. But he just smiled and said, "That's exactly why we need you." He was right. Sometimes good people have to step up, or bad ones will keep running things. So I said yes, Karen. Moved out not long after. Rumor is, she tried starting an HOA consulting firm in another county, but word travels fast. Nobody wanted her drama. As for my garage, I cleaned it out, polished the floor, and hung a new sign over the bench. Dad's garage built with integrity. Every time I open that door, I think of my father's words, "Son, a man's worth isn't in what he builds. It's in what he protects." And he was right. Some folks hide behind rules because power is all they have. But when you stand in truth, even the loudest voices go quiet. That garage still stands. Karen's lies dawned. So if you ever face an HOA like this, remember, you're not alone. Have you ever dealt with an HOA that went too far? Share your story in the comments. I read every one, and if you believe some fights are worth having, hit subscribe. Let's stand up together.